Okay, enough of that. Oh, welcome, AW. AW here, Aaron Ward. Welcome to this beautiful Tuesday night. I don't think the stream's gonna be long. Let you all know. I don't think this is gonna be a long ass stream. Okay. Long ass stream. Okay. So I don't think that this is gonna be a long stream. Maybe an hour. I'm not gonna do a 2 hours on this topic. I don't have time for 2 hours on this. But let's get to on it. Okay, so make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. Do all that. We're talking Batman. The Batman, not the Batman. Well, it is Batman, but whatever. That's true, Tony. Yeah. Um. But yeah, we're gonna talk the Penguin show, which hits HBO in I'm sorry, HBO 2 days. 2 days. Actually, 47 hours from now. And one of the things that's been controversy since yesterday is the name change apparently in the Penguin show from Oswald Cobblepot, who is the Penguin, to Oz Cobb. Let me tell you something, okay? His name is still Oswald. Oh, that's good. His name is still Oswald. His first name is still Oswald, and yeah, they changed his last name to Cobb. And on social media, everybody was hating it, was disappointed. Hey, he's not, his name's you can't change his name, Oswald Cobblepot. And I was like that too. Actually, I was really like that too. I was against it. Yeah, I was against the idea of this name change, Oz Cobblepot, even though his name was Oswald Cobblepot in the Batman, because I got the Funko figure of the Penguin from the Batman, and it says Oswald Cobblepot. So I'm sorry. I mean, they don't really they don't really need to change the name, but all over social media you see people complaining and bitching and moaning about it, right? And I was kind of one of them too. One of them too. I was not a fan of it either. I was not a fan of the name change either. Okay? I'm like, yeah, I don't like it because I tried saying Cobb 3 times. It's so weird saying it. I'm gonna say it on stream. Cobb, Oz Cobb. Try saying that 5 times straight. I'm gonna do it 5 times. Cobb, 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 Cobb. Try doing that 5 times. Try saying that 5 times. Okay? And I was talking with my bloody buddy Blinded in Discord about it, and Blinded, Blinded, you know what? Blinded had no issue with it. Who's like, who cares? Who cares? And then I mentioned, but there already is a Cobb in the DL in the DC. And Blinded, I don't know if you're in the chat, but there already is a Cobb in the DC in DC Comics, the comics, and he's a Talon. And what is a Talon? A Talon is a quarter of owl assassin who they send out to kill, to assassinate, right? That's but and that Talon name is William Cobb. William Cobb. Okay? William Cobb. Okay? The difference is William Cobb is related to Dick Grayson, not anywhere related to Penguin in the comics. That's that's the difference. Okay? But as I mentioned to Blind's like, You might be onto something there. You might be onto something there. And Mark Strong is well. I'm gonna address this on here. Why is Mark Strong Carmine Falcone? There's a simple reason why he's Carmine Falcone. I'll tell you why. It's because John Turturro was filming something else at the time of production for this film, so they couldn't get him. So they got Mark Strong to be Carmine Falcone. There's gonna be a lot of flashbacks, and apparently there's gonna be a funeral scene for Carmine Falcone too. Okay, so you'll see him in present time, dead, maybe at a funeral, but also you'll see him in flashbacks, probably with with his kids, with his son and daughter, Sophia Falcone, something to do with Sophia Falcone, and maybe Alberto Falcone or something like that. That's what I think he's the flashback's gonna be about. It's just him. It's just a recast of. It's just basically a recast. A recast. It was just a recast. It is strange, and I seen a picture, right? I seen a picture. Let me go see if I can find it. I mean, you can certainly see a bit of bit of a difference. A bit of a difference. Obviously, I don't think John Turturro's Carmen Falcone had a mustache, right? I don't remember him having a mustache. Oh, he did have a mustache. He did. He did. But but okay. The thing is, you may be able to tell a difference because Mark Strong has a little bit of a broader, the hair. Yeah, the hair is what's the Mark Strong has a little bit of a broader body type than the Totoro. But then again, in the comics and in whatever animated movies that he's appeared in, Carmine Falcone is a very well built guy, even for a guy in his what say his 60s or 70s. He's pretty well kind of jacked. Wi- Jacked. I mean, he's a guy you don't. He's a guy who was that was willing to get dirty if he needs to, right? Uh, but that's so yeah. We all thought we all thought we all thought he's gonna play a different character, somebody like a character from DC, from the Batman lore that we're gonna see coming into the next chapter of the Batman Part Two. I well, it's not that Mark Strong is not gonna be that. I mean, because his character is dead, obviously, so he won't be in Batman Part Two. Hello, JFC. Yeah, Degrassi. He is only 5 or 6 younger than Totoro. So, but yeah, so the name changed. The name changed. Let's go back to that. Oz Cobb. Well, it's still his name is still Oswald. Because that name, his mother still calls it. If you watch the trailer, with the one with his mother in it, the mother calls him Oswald. Okay, so his first name is still Oswald. Oswald. Okay. That's still his name. That's still his name, Oswald. Cobb. Like I said, Cobb. Like I said, guys. I mentioned it blinded. I mentioned it blinded. I was blinded could if he's not here because he's busy. But if he was here, he would tell you I was not happy with the name change. And then I mentioned, yeah, but there's already a Cobb in in DC. William Cobb, Italian, the great grandfather of Dick Grayson, Nightwing, Robin, whatever. And Brian's like, "Hey, hold on. You might be onto something here. Might be onto something here." And then I'm like, you know what? You could be right. Maybe there is a reason for his last name to be changed. And by the way, Oz, people always call Oswald Cobblepot by the Penguin, or if they call him by his name, they always call his first name Oz, short for Oswald. Always, always. But going back to that theory of Court of Owls, and let me tell you, okay, Matt Reeves. Remember a week ago, Matt Reeves said that his universe is not going to be the fantastical kind of universe, right? World, right? We're gonna see like his Batman's Woe Gallery with powers, right? Yeah, epic crime saga. So there's a good point. So it's gonna be more like grounded epic crime saga, and he said deep into corruption, right? It'll be up tomorrow, George, and deep into corruption, right? He's gonna be even deeper into corruption, right? That's what Matt Reeves said. Well, who's better? Who's better to be all about corruption than the Court of Owls? The Court of Owls. They did mention Oswald. Oswald. It's still his name. It's still his name. But what? Who's better? What? Who's better than the Court of Owls being a source of corruption in Gotham? In Gotham. Okay. Right. I mean, it fits perfect. Court of Owls fit perfectly with the world. The world that Matt Reeves is trying to build. To try to saga here. Okay. And Joker is a good character for this because the Joker is kind of antithesis of the Court of Owls. If you think about Court of Owls, like the run the show in Gotham, but Joker likes to cause chaos. So he's kind of the not exactly the Court of Owls. Would be not be exactly the Court of Owls' favorite person, right? Because Joker's about chaos, and Court of Owls is about order. Okay. Okay. And yes, and William Cobb in the comics is Italian, great grandfather, great whatever grandfather of Dick Grayson, right? Dick Grayson. Okay. So I'm putting this two together, right? I don't. If this is the case, I do not expect. If my I do not expect that if they're gonna change that. What's up with Sophia Kills Magpie? Get it? Yeah, they might combine the two aspects into one. But so they might take some of Dick Grayson's connections to the court with his great grandfather being a stasis for all those years and then activated, right? And they might bring some of that lore over to Penguin. And why? Why do I say Penguin? Because in the comics, the Penguin does have a connection to the Court of Owls. Court of Owls. I think they will. Court of Owls. Court of Owls. I think because we know Penguin does have a connection to the Court of Owls. So and Court of Owls perfectly fit Matt Reeves' world building of Gotham. More grounded type. And how could this affect Bruce Wayne Batman? Well, the Batman one, right? The Batman, right? The first chapter, right? The first chapter of Robert Pattinson's Batman. The hospital scene, right? Where Bruce confronts Alfred in the hospital to confronts him, say about it was Falcone, but and Alfred said it could be, but we don't, or it could be some random mugger, right? Well, what if they change that a bit and maybe Bruce believes maybe the Court of Owls have something to do with his parents' death. Maybe the Court of Owls has something going. We're not a fan of the Rains, the Rains going far back, right? They were not exactly okay. They were not exactly the get along with the Rains. What if they play that in and they cause assassination of Martha Martha. Yeah, oh yeah, James Gunn is not killing that. Of course he's at the Penguin premiere. I mean, like, right? Right? I mean, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But the Batman 2 is canceled. Yeah, yeah. So, what if they play that aspect? Because what I want to see in the Batman universe, because I don't think James Gunn is going to do this in the DCU, but I want to see James in the Bat Reeves universe. His Batman trying to find out why, what's the reason for his parents' murder, right? Was it a hit, assassination, or some random mugger looking to basically steal money or jewelry off them? Why? Because you know, and we really don't see that in the Batman movies. But I want to see that in this universe, okay? Because we know in the comics and other things that haunts him. That haunts us, and he's always trying to solve. And there's been examples where if he solves it, figures out Joe Chill or whatever, figures out what, finds out why, and there's instances where you know he has a different mindset. He's angry, pissed off, hurt, and wants to just beat the living shit of Joe Chill at times and stuff like that. But I want to find out. But they don't really do that. No director has done that on film. I mean, yes, we know when the Batman Begins, Joe he wants to kill Joe Chill, who was free, who his sentence is up for basically snitching on Carmine Falcone, Tom Mickelson's Carmine Falcone, right? But what happens is Tom Mickelson's Carmine Falcone has sent a hit, and and that Joe Chill gets shot after being hounded by the press and all of that, right? If you remember from the Batman Begins, that's a little bit, but that was solved, right? That was solved. But I want to see him go through the struggle to solve his parents' murder, because Batman Bruce Wayne is all about solving things, right? And the one thing that's always going to haunt him is what's the reason for his parents' murder? While he's trying to save Gotham at the same time, right? Trying to make Gotham a better place, less of a criminal dangerous city, right? Less dangerous, less criminal activity city. That's what I want to see. But I still want to see him struggle through his parents' murder, trying to figure out why. And I know Blinded agrees with me, and I think this universe is the bet. This Matt Reeves universe is the best one. And the Court of Owls, to me, fit that narrative. One narrative is possibly one of the possible suspects. I would say maybe possible possible. I would say suspects. I guess as wanting Bruce Wayne's parents murdered, dead. Maybe they put on the hit. Okay, because now with the Penguin here, maybe there's a reason why he's going to be the Batman 2, Part 2. They confirmed he's gonna be in the Batman Part 2, right? Maybe there's another. Maybe that has something to do with the Court of Owls. Okay, Court of Owls. A shady organization was secretly by the high elites of Gotham and secretly running Gotham from the shadows, right? Right? They could do something like that. I think it's a term. I think possibly Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell makes it sound like he really doesn't want to be Penguin much longer, right? Because of the length and the time to get it the takes to be in the process of all that prosthetics to get the prosthetics, all that makeup, all that all that all that shit, right? Like Colin Farrell probably doesn't want to do that for much longer. He probably doesn't want to do that for the whole saga because he doesn't like the process of he said it out loud. He doesn't like the process of. I mean, he loves playing the Penguin, but the process of transforming into the Penguin is what he doesn't like because it's I understand why. So, and Degrassi might be right. Batman might have to suck up his morals at some point and work with his enemies, as some of them at least, to take down a bigger threat. Okay? Okay? And don't get me wrong, guys. Whatever's in the Batman, yes, Batman is not in it. Robert Pattinson is not in it. Bruce Wayne is not. Batman is not. But I guarantee you, Batman knows what's happening from the shadows. He knows. You don't think Bruce Wayne reads the paper? Bruce Wayne reads the paper, right? Right? Bruce Wayne reads the paper. You don't think he knows? He knows. He knows what's going on. He's not. Okay. And the thing is, some people said Robert Pattinson was seen in New York while they're filming The Penguin. I think he lives in New York. I think Robert Pattinson lives in New York, actually, or has a residency in New York. Thank you, George. Batman always knows because he's Batman. Okay. I think he either lives in New York or has a residency in New York. You gotta remember. These actors have more than one residency, right? So now they could be lying and say he's in it. I don't know. I don't think he's in it because they said they want to focus mostly on the pig one. This is his story. Eventually released by Grace. Yes, exactly, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. You see, like, okay, but like, seriously, guys, people are. I like the thing is with this theory about the Court of Owls and Cobb. Nobody on X from my scene has put two and two together. Blinded has. I mean, I kind of have, and blind, and I because I remind blind, and blind has kind of put it together for me. If you have threads, check out on Blind's threads. He has a thread about it. More goes more detail. Um, but nobody's really put it together until I mentioned yesterday, because I was going on the trending side or on the trending topics on Twitter, looking at the ping, clicking on the ping one, and see a lot of bitching and moaning about the name change. And I wasn't bitching and moaning. I wasn't a fan of it. And then mentioning, oh, but to Blind, there already is a Cobb in DC, and he's a talent. And then Blind and like tells you might be right. You might be onto something. And I'm like, you know, I just thought of this now. There might be onto something because I mentioned the Blinded. The Ping one does have a connection to the Court of Owls. So, also has a connection to the Court of Owls, I believe. Another villain that might time to shine tease with a gif is going to be the next villain, one of the next villains in the next movie. Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze does have a bit of a connection with the Court of Owls. Okay? This is actually true. But that's from the New 52. Well, the Court of Owls is New 52 in general. But okay. And so there could be a connection there too. Maybe Mr. Freeze. Maybe Mr. Freeze too. Also. Okay. Now, and also another thing. We expect Bruce Wayne to be more outgoing, right? Not reclusive, right? Not him in his ivory tower, always in the dark, or he just comes out at night. We expect it to be more of the experience of Playboy billionaire, right? Philanthropist, right? Philanthropist, whatever it's called, right? We expect more of that in the next Batman movie, right? What if he's mixing, being invited to like big galas, charity events, anniversaries, things like this, right? Big rich elite kind of events, and he's obviously mixing, communicating, talking with other rich, powerful men and women of Gotham, right? And what if they are part of the Court of Owls secretly? Because we know in the Court of Owls that the elite, most of the elite of Gotham is right part of the Court of Owls, right? Well, if that's happened, what if he's mixing with the Court of mixing, not knowing that he's mixing with the potential enemy. Okay, I gotta check my TikTok for a second. Looks good. You get what I'm saying? You know, because that's Bruce Wayne for you, man. I know I should write Batman, huh? I should help Matt Reeves write for the final chapter, huh? And look. I think the good news is the Penguin is gonna be the next chapter that leads into Batman 2, but I think the Degrassi is gonna agree with me here. They're looking at another show, a spin-off show. You're looking at another spin-off show from. They even said themselves they're looking for another. They're looking for potential other spin-off shows from the Batman. Batman. Okay, so the Batman might end the whole epic crime saga might end in 2029. I'm gonna say it's the end in 2029. Okay, we're gonna get the Batman Part Two in 2026. They'll probably announce a spin-off show right after, and then we'll get the finale in 2029. The Batman, and and I don't know what Andy Muschietti's Batman they're gonna wait. I don't know if they're gonna wait to after the Batman because that'll be like 2030. I don't know if Muschietti's gonna be willing to be attached for that long to direct, or or James Gunn's gonna make sure to do a Batman between now and 2030, 6 years from now. We're almost at the end of 2024, right? So soon 5 years, right? Right. So because yeah, because of the DCU, I got all these rumors who's gonna be the lanterns, right? Who's gonna be a lantern? Who's gonna be Booster Gold? Nothing about Batman, right? Nothing about Batman. Nothing about Batman. Who's gonna be DCU Batman? Nothing. 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 Quiet as crickets on that front right now. Right now. I know, but here's the thing. I think, yeah, exactly. Like, that's a good point. I think I do too. I don't think they're gonna wait till 2000. I don't think they're gonna wait 2030 for Brave and the Bold. But I'll let you know a DC thing. I think James Gunn has found his John Stewart because he posted something, a picture of John Stewart on one of his social media accounts. Just John Stewart. I think he's found his John Stewart for the Lantern Show. I really do. Okay. And let you know on the Hal Jordan front, it looks like Chris Pine is out of the running too. I know a lot of people in this chat thought Chris Pine would be a solid Hal Jordan. Looks like he's not in the running either. Looks like he's not a candidate anymore. I'm okay, but back to Batman. And I can understand why like 2026 Avengers Doomsday is gonna come out, right? And it might be lined up to be a good year. Avengers Doomsday and Spider-Man and Supergirl. Supergirl's coming out. Batman, look, I'll say this: Avengers Doomsday is gonna make the most money. No question about it. Box office hit. It's gonna make no question about it. It's gonna make the most money in a comic book movie, even more than Batman. But I'll say this. I'll say this. Batman might be the better film. Part two might be the better film than Avengers Doomsday. I don't want Marvel fans coming at me, but if you really look at Matt Reeves' Batman, it's written better than most Marvel stuff. Okay? Certainly, the Batman written is certainly better than most of the current Marvel phase saga stuff and some of the past movies. Oh yeah, great competition. Great competition. Yeah. Now Supergirl on the other hand, like I think it'll be a fine movie, hopefully, but it's not on the level of they're not. She's not on the level of as Superman as Batman and Avengers Doomsday. Okay. Now with a 90 Rotten Tomatoes score, critics will see the show Thursday. I'm gonna watch it Thursday night, of course. 9 and 10 p.m. Eastern time because they're hour-long episodes. If this show, if let me tell you, the Emmys just happened, right? The Emmys just happened, right? If this show gets nominated for Emmys, and then categories. Now, Warner Brothers is making sure they basically said it. They're making sure they're going to release Last of Us season 2 in the first half for Emmy season next year. They basically said that. So I expect Last of Us between. I don't expect Last of Us. I don't. In Emmy first half, I don't. And that's usually that's usually January to June, right? First half of the year is January to June, right? I don't expect it to be the second quarter of the first half. I expect it to be the first quarter of the first half, like last year when it came out in January. So I expect Last of Us to be January and March, between January and March. Not okay. Yeah. So I'll say this. Agreed. If Spider-Man does come out that year, it'll go Avengers, Spider-Man 4, Batman, and Supergirl. But here's the thing. I think Avengers, Spider-Man 4, and the Batman 2 have a chance to hit a billion. All three of those movies, I think, have a chance to hit a billion. I don't think Supergirl does. But I do think we might have a $3 billion hits in 2026 if Spider-Man 4 does happen that year. Okay? I think I'm telling you right now, it's my hot take. If Spider-Man 4 does happen, we're gonna have $3 billion hits in 2026. Because Guardians is a guaranteed $1 billion, right? Not Guardians, Avengers. Avengers is guaranteed billion. And Spider-Man, well, yeah. He's the one he's the one Marvel character we could bank on to make $1 billion. At least almost guaranteed. Even though Spider-Man Spider-Man Homecoming did not make 880 million, but whatever. But yeah, the past two Spider-Man movies did. Oh, trust me, man. Trust me. With Trust me, I think Bill Batman 2 would be $1 billion. With what we're hearing about the Penguin, uh, it's only can help it. It's only gonna help it. Remember, the Batman Part 1, made as much as Thor, Love and Thunder. And this is with some theaters still closed. Thor: Love and Thunder. Most of the theaters were open, right? Like most places, if I remember. And I know in Toronto, when theaters opened for the Batman, he still did the separated seat thing. Separate your seats. Mass too. Oh my God, George, here's the thing. Them, they thought the Batman 2 was canceled, right? It already is triggered, right? Because they basically said it's already been they just take it L after L after L after L. They're like, do you know what they are, George? They are the LA Clippers that keep losing and losing. Remember for before they got Blake Griffin and Chris Paul, the Clippers kept losing and losing and losing. That's what they are, Snyder fans. They keep getting L's and L's and L's. L's. That's what they are. They're perennial losers, the Snyder fans. Perennial. If they'd be in the Make a billion 10 years after BVS. BVS, right? George, BVS should have made a billion. You can't have an opening weekend. What's opening weekend for BVS? Opening weekend for opening at V. Okay. 166 opening weekend, but 422 million worldwide for like, right? And don't get me wrong, BVS made money. 855 million. It's not a slouch, but man, that movie should have made a billion. That that's a flop. Man, that was bad. Bad. So I don't know what else to say. This is gonna be a short stream. Let you all know that there might be a reason why they changed his last name to Cobb. Okay? So that might be it for tonight. Short stream, short stream, but I'm glad you came to watch. Um, I may do Astrobot tomorrow in the afternoon. I really suggest you get Astrobot if you can. It's really, really fun. All right, guys. Um, I'll try to see you tomorrow and Thursday. Not sure about Friday. No, but I'm not. All right. So I'll try to figure out something.